Hey everyone, okay, so today's video we're going to be talking about your skin's undertone and how to find your undertone. Okie dokie. So before we sort of move on, I just want to talk about here at the moment. Now I don't know if it's being picked up on the camera, probably is. My eyes, particularly here, is a little bit puffy at the moment. I'm testing something out. I've done before pictures, so this is why if it's a little bit puffy, it's why I'm testing something out, and I'm going to get back to you with photos to see if this thing actually works. Now let's move on to undertone. So, most people know that there are really two undertones, but three kind of. You've got your cool undertone, that's a pinky undertone to the skin. You've then got your warm undertone, which tends to be a yellow base. So you're much more yellow than you are pink. You've got your neutral undertones, and then there's women of colour who can be anything with an orange undertone, a red undertone, a yellow undertone. It's quite rare to get a very cool undertone when you're dark skinned, but so there's lots of different undertones. So we're going to try and work out how best to describe what you are. So let's talk women of colour first. Women of colour often will have facial masking, which is where there are more than one colour going on in the face at any given time. The way to deal with that is oftentimes use two foundations and a brightening powder, because you never want to lighten ebony skin tones. You don't want to, because it's going to look ashy, it's not going to look nice. You want to brighten. So a burnt orange powder, that will brighten deeper skin tones and will look amazing. If you do have more than one colour going on in the face, so the interior might be lighter and the exterior might be a bit darker, then you will need two foundations to even things out, because if you just put the darker one all over, it's not going to look great, and if you put the lighter one over the deeper shades, it's going to turn ashy. So it's better to just use two foundations and just accept that. They'll last you twice as long. It's a good thing. So, are you warm or cool? What are you? So let's look at me. Gorgeous. If you look at my arm, and I don't know if you can see, but the veins traveling through my arm are distinctively blue. They are very blue, in fact. Now, if you look at my face, it's a bit ruddy. It's always been a bit pink. Even my neck is a bit pink. I am a cool undertone. If the veins traveling down your arm, the ones that you can see, look very green, you're almost certainly a warm undertone, a cool, a yellow undertone. I'm getting things confused with myself. Blue veins tend to indicate cool, which is pink. Green veins tend to indicate warm, which is yellow. But sometimes things can get confusing because a lot of women believe that they are a cool, a pink undertone when they're not. And the reason being is because you wash your face, you do all this stuff to your face, and the face can oftentimes look a little bit ruddy, a little bit pink, a little bit cooler based. And so people think, well, I'm obviously then I'm a pink foundation because it's going to match my skin tone more. But if you look at your neck, oftentimes the neck is yellow. I've got a friend, very good friend. He is convinced that he is pink skin tone. He's very cool. He's not. He's got a bright yellow neck. Your neck area is a really good indication of your undertone. So if you see a lot of red in the face but your neck is quite yellow, it's just because you've got ruddiness in the face. That's not your undertone. So you need to bear that in mind. But, and here's the thing. Is it good to know your undertone? Of course it is. Does it matter? Not that much. And here's why. You're going to put powder on your face. That's going to change your undertone slightly. You're going to put bronzer on. That's going to change it too. You're going to warm it up. You're going to put blusher on. Highlighter on. What's the undertone of highlighter? Or extraterrestrial? That's the point. You're putting so much other stuff on your face that the undertone starts to change. Your true color will start to morph because you just put bronzer on, you put blusher on, you put highlighter on. You've done a myriad of different things to your skin, and it's going to change. So even if you get the undertone wrong, so say you go for a pinky one, you're going to start to color correct it by doing all those different things. The same if you put a yellow foundation on, and you're going to do all those things. It's going to balance itself out. So don't be panicking too much if you really don't know. As long as the depth is right, so it's not too light and it's not too dark. That's really all that matters, that it is a match to your depth. That's what really counts. So there you go. I think that was pretty simplistic myself. But I am a good indication of a pink undertone or a cooler undertone because my neck area gets it's always a bit pink. I'm always a bit pink, you know, that's just the way I am. In fact, I went to my dermatologist the other day because I had this facial and she was like, what have you done to your skin? It's so pink. I'm always pink. It's always been pink. What can I do? You know, the veins are so blue running down my arms. They are so blue. But just think, blue is cool, green is warm, and then don't worry about it too much. Just get the depth right. Don't go darker in your foundation than you need to, but obviously bear in mind that if you're exposing this area of skin, especially if you're a woman, your face and your body need to match. So you need to bear that in mind. It's always better to darken. So it's always better to go a little bit darker with the foundation than a little bit lighter, because a little bit lighter can really wash you out. But you know, there's no right or wrong. I've done a whole video before on how to test foundations, because some people test them on their jaw, some people need to test them on their forehead, some people need to test them on their chest or their collarbone. So there's lots of different ways to go about it. But that's the undertone part taken care of. Remember, don't worry too much if you don't know, because you're going to change it anyway with all the other products. And that's just the way it is. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.